Ambassador Zekthara adjusted her crystalline breathing apparatus as she addressed the Galactic Council with characteristic disdain. Honored members, we gather today to discuss the persistent applications from the primitive world known as Earth. She pronounced the word with visible distaste, her forearms gesturing dismissively at the holographic display, showing a blue-green planet. For the third cycle running, these humans request membership in our esteemed confederation. Their technology remains laughably crude: chemical propulsion, basic computing systems, and weapons that still rely on kinetic projectiles. A ripple of amused clicks and whistles echoed through the chamber from the assembled representatives of 47 star systems. Council Prime Velthorn, his scaled hide shifting to a contemptuous purple, leaned forward from his floating throne. What is their current technological classification, Ambassador? Class 2 Emerging Civilization, Your Excellence. They have barely achieved sustainable fusion power, and their fastest vessels cannot exceed 0.03 light speed. By our standards, they are essentially still banging rocks together. The chamber erupted in harmonious laughter, a sound like wind chimes mixed with grinding metal. Unknown to the Council, Captain Sarah Chen stood in the observation gallery of the newly christened UES Prometheus, humanity's first true starship. The vessel hung silent in the shadow of Luna, invisible to the scanning arrays of the Council's monitoring stations. 3 years of careful construction, using materials and techniques deliberately hidden from galactic sensors, had culminated in this moment. Ma'am, we're receiving the Council's transmission now, reported Commander Torres from the bridge. They're not taking us seriously. Chen's jaw tightened as she listened to Ambassador Zekthara's closing remarks. I recommend we table this application for another 50 cycles. Perhaps by then these humans will have discovered how to leave their star system without strapping themselves to controlled explosions. Send the message, Commander, Chen ordered quietly. Back in the Council chambers, a low harmonic tone suddenly filled the air, the universal signal for an incoming transmission. Velthorn's scales shifted to an annoyed orange. We are in session. No interruptions are permitted. The central holographic projector flickered and was suddenly replaced by the image of a human female in a crisp blue uniform. Council members recoiled in shock at the unprecedented breach of their secure communications. Greetings, Galactic Council, Captain Chen said, her voice carrying across the stunned chamber. I am Captain Sarah Chen of the United Earth Starship Prometheus. I believe you were just discussing our membership application. Impossible, Zekthara shrieked, her breathing apparatus flashing danger signals. Your species cannot access our communications array. Our quantum encryption was, Chen corrected smoothly. Your encryption was impressive, but we've had 3 years to study it. You see, while you were busy dismissing us as primitive, we were busy learning. Velthorn struggled to regain composure, his scales cycling through confused patterns of color. Even if you have somehow breached our communications, this changes nothing. You lack faster-than-light capability. You cannot even... His words died as the main display shifted to show space around the Council's orbital station. A massive vessel, sleek and dark, materialized from what appeared to be empty vacuum. The Prometheus measured nearly 2 kilometers in length, bristling with unfamiliar technology and bristling with purpose. Cloaking technology, Chen explained conversationally. We call it an uncertainty field. Makes it rather difficult to observe something when you can't be sure it's actually there. We borrowed the concept from your own quantum mechanics texts. Thank you for leaving those unencrypted, by the way. The Council chamber descended into chaos. Representatives from dozens of worlds began shouting in their native languages, demanding explanations and evacuation protocols. Admiral Crix of the Hegemony Navy was already barking orders into his communicator, calling for immediate military response. How? Velthorn's whisper cut through the noise. Our sensors show no warp signature, no dimensional fold indicators. How did you arrive here? Chen smiled, a distinctly human expression that somehow conveyed both warmth and predatory confidence. That's the interesting thing about being underestimated, Council Prime. While you were cataloging our primitive chemical rockets, we were developing something entirely different. The holographic display shifted again, showing technical schematics that made several Council members' auxiliary brains visibly strain. We call it the Chen Torres drive, named after myself and my chief engineer. It doesn't fold space or punch through dimensions like your technologies. Instead, it convinces the universe that our ship was always where we wanted to be. Technically, we never moved at all. Ambassador Zekthara's breathing apparatus was now cycling through emergency patterns. This is impossible. Your mathematics are too crude. Your understanding of physics too limited. You're absolutely right, Chen agreed cheerfully. Our mathematics are crude, so we built AIs to develop better ones. Our physics understanding is limited, so we created systems that could explore beyond those limits. Our technology is primitive, so we imagined completely new approaches that didn't rely on established principles. She paused, letting her words sink in. The thing about being primitive, council members, is that you're not constrained by knowing what's supposedly impossible. Warning klaxons began blaring throughout the station as more ships decloaked around the council's position. Not just one vessel, but dozens, each one representing a different experimental approach to faster-than-light travel, each one a testament to humanity's refusal to accept limitations. You see, Chen continued as council members scrambled for emergency protocols, while you've been perfecting technologies developed millions of years ago, we've been innovating. You've been refining what you know works. We've been discovering what you never thought to try. Admiral Crix finally managed to restore order to his communications. Human vessel, you are in violation of galactic territorial sovereignty. Withdraw immediately or face the consequences. Actually, Admiral, Chen replied, consulting a tablet according to Section E-47 of the Galactic Charter, which we've had 3 years to, memorize. Any species demonstrating faster than light capability and peaceful intentions has the right to petition for council membership. We're not violating your sovereignty. We're requesting recognition under your own laws. The chamber fell silent as the implications sank in. Humanity hadn't just developed FTL technology. They had done it in complete secrecy, using approaches the council had never considered, and were now demanding equal treatment under galactic law. Velthorn's scales had settled into a resigned gray. What do you want? What we've always wanted, Chen replied. A seat at the table. Recognition as equals. And perhaps, her smile widened, a chance to share some of our primitive innovations with civilizations wise enough to appreciate them. As the human fleet maintained its peaceful but unmistakable presence around the council station, representatives from 47 worlds found themselves facing an uncomfortable truth. Sometimes the most dangerous species in the galaxy was the one everyone underestimated. The vote for humanity's council membership was unanimous.